Hey everybody, I thought I would do a second video of a rosebud for a small embellishment. It's perfect for the preemie hats that I've been working on. You will need two tones, one preferably being a green for the leaf and then a color for your rosebud. And then of course a darning needle, which I seem to have misplaced mine right now, and a pair of scissors, and for the hook I used a 3.5 or an E. So I always start with the rosebud. This is my scrap yarn here, my white. So the rosebud, I mean, it couldn't be any simpler. Chain 7. And then the second chain from the hook, you're going to put 3 single crochets. And you're going to do that all the way down to the end. And it will naturally curl. So it's just very simple. 3 single crochets in each chain all the way down. And then just slip stitch it so that you can fasten off. So go ahead and do that, and I will meet you when I finish mine. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished my chains with 3 single crochets, and then I slip stitched into that last chain. So I'm going to pull through so I can fasten off, leaving a nice tail, because we're going to be sewing. You don't have to leave as much tail as I did. I forgot that you're only going to be sewing this onto the leaf, so it doesn't really, you don't really need a lot, but you can see it just naturally curls. And then when I sew it onto the leaf, I sew up through the bud so that it stays together. So for the leaf, that also is very simple. Using the same size hook, because you want your leaf and your flower, proportioned correctly. So for the leaf, we're going to chain 8. And then slip stitch the second chain from the hook. And that just kind of balls it over, rounds it out. And then you're just going to single crochet all the way down. Making sure I'm in the camera. I always forget to check the camera view. So we're just single crocheting all the way down those chains. And I like to put a single crochet in that the last chain, and then I slip stitch it. And then now for this one, you will want to have a longer tail, because you're going to be using the green to sew it onto whatever embellishment you're using. And then pull through. And I usually tie these two together just to lock it in. Okay, so then what you're going to do is get your rosebud, and then you're going to sew it to the middle of the leaf. So find your longer tail. I guess white was not a very smart move. The white on the white. So try, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly centered. I think when I did mine, somehow I tried to make it centered, but it kind of got a little off-centered there. So just try your best to stick it in the center. And then I just sew it right through the leaf just to kind of anchor it at first. And then I kind of come up through all the layers. It should wrap around at least 2 or 3 times. The rows, that is. So just kind of keep it circular there, keeping its shape. Just go up and down a couple stitches just to kind of keep it in place. I kind of pulled a little too hard and it kind of sunk my bud. I like the way this one came out. It's kind of raised, kind of like a 3D. This one I pulled a little too tight and then I pulled it through, but that's all right. So of course you would neaten that up and cut off your tails. But again, just like a previous video I made earlier today with the butterfly, you want to find the back of your hat and then make sure it's centered for the front. And then I like to try to balance my rows between the brim and the design of the hat, and I like to do mine at an angle. But there's nothing wrong with putting it in smack in the center. And then just what I would do then, I would cut off the white and I would sew it on with the green, and then I would sew all the way around the leaf, because your rows should be good and secure on your leaf, and then you're securing the leaf, so you're going to use the longer green tail and sew that on there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.